Welcome back to our 5th episode. No, we didn't throw in the penalty flag here, guys. We're just to surprise you who we're moving to next. So I got it covered up for now. But I said we did the NFC North. We're going to move in to another division here. Might have the Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, Washington in it. So, being that said, we're going to go to Philadelphia, guys. The Eagles. So, 5th episode, we're moving to the Eagles. Then we'll work on the Cowboys, Washington, and the Giants in the next 3 episodes. But episode 5 here, guys, out of 32 teams, we're going to the Eagles. So, start talking about the Eagles here. Love Miles Sanders, guys. Talking about a fantasy player, top 10 running back probably. He can receive, he can run. They got rid of Jordan Howard. They let him go because I think they got that much faith in Miles Sanders. I do too. You know, as a fantasy league owner, I would pick him up if he's still on the board in the first couple rounds. So Miles Sanders, the definite good running game. Carson Wentz, you know, but by now I consider him a veteran quarterback, kind of injury prone, but he plays hard. That's how he gets injured a lot. He's there. 2 top wide receivers yet, and Deshaun Jackson and Jeffries. You know, Jackson's getting a little age to him, but he still can play. Jeffries, he's been around for a while too, but you got the veteran know-how, but you know, showing a little age. They picked up Marquise Goodwin, the speedster, coming out of the slot. So you got three decent wide receivers. You also have a running back that they can catch. You got Zach Ertz and Goder as 2 decent tight ends. So I think you got the weapons here, guys, to be a potentially playoff team. On defense, I think we kind of took some hits here on defense. He lost Jenkins to New Orleans. You know, I think that was one of your leaders in the backfield. Yeah, you gained Darius Slay and some other guys. Draft-wise, it was kind of a mixed batch of a lot of different players. I mean, Wentz might have seen his backup or his next heir apparent get picked in the 2nd round in Hurts. So they picked up a good wide receiver in the 1st round. Rager, I believe his name is. But, you know, then they mixed the batch. They got some defense, offense here and there. But I think their defense might have taken a little bit of a step back. Offensive line, I think they're going to be hurting a little bit more. They lost Peters on offensive line, you know, Pro Bowl type player. So I think they're going to have to rush the ball a little bit more, but you got the tight ends and the running back to do so. But I think the Eagles may take a little step back on defense, offense. Some older wide receivers, but you picked up some young ones. It might take a few weeks into the season to get going, but possible playoff caliber team will get through their schedule here. The schedule says a lot. If you're playing some, you know, playoff teams, you know, you can go to 10-6 to 8-8 really quickly with a couple playoff caliber teams because of your schedule. So that's what I got to say about the Eagles. Brett?
I
don't have much about the Eagles?
Other than I think Darius Slay and their new safety, Will Parks. I think Darius Slay is gonna is a better cornerback than what they had last year, and it'll be an improvement there. But it is a little. I don't think Will Parks is better than Malcolm Jenkins, so that's a little decrease in the safety and a little increase in the cornerback.
So if we're ready, we'll get into the win and loss records. I said this is one take. We don't edit it. We do our video and upload it to YouTube. So any mistakes, anything, you know, we forget a name because we're going live here, guys. Not really live, but one take. We make bloopers, so that's part of it. So welcome to the Crazy Sasquatch 2020 season. That's what the Eagles are going to do, guys. Week 1 at Washington. Going to Washington. Got a 2nd-year quarterback there. Washington. I can't see them being a playoff team yet. They did some good things. You got an older running backs here. I think their defense is going to be good. I think who they had last year was sweet, and then who they picked up this year. I think Washington's defense is going to be much improved. I just don't know if their offense, second-year quarterback, we'll see. I always call the sophomore slump. We'll see if he has a sophomore slump or he actually learns the system. So, being the Eagles are an established team, though, veteran players are going to be ready to come in on this one, I believe, guys. So, we'll have the season at Washington and get their first win.
At Washington, Philadelphia. Washington still has, I think, a lot of years until they become a playoff team if they get a lot of good players on offense and defense. But Philadelphia, like I said in an earlier video, I think the Packers won. Philadelphia is one of the most solid teams in the NFL, only probably getting beaten by the Saints. And I think they would easily pick up this win at Washington.
So, week 2, Rams come knocking at home. Rams, most likely a playoff caliber team. They got a heck of a defense. They may be capable to slow down the Eagles' offense. Will the Eagles' defense be able to stop the Rams' offense? Yeah, they don't have Gurley no more. There might be like a running back by committee back there, Henderson and whatever. But the Rams are a proven team. Eagles a little older on their wide receivers. The younger guys might not be coming up quite yet. The younger guys they drafted in the defense might not be coming up yet. So being it's the Rams, 1-1 going into week 2 or week 3.
Over the offseason, Rams lost a lot of good players. The number one running back in Gurley, and they lost him to the Falcons. Rams and Eagles, it's going to be a very close game. And I think the Eagles' offense, compared to the Rams' defense, with Carson Wentz and Alshon Jeffrey, even though they lost Jordan Howard, they have like a Tariq Cohen and a very fast running back. And I think the Rams won't have that good of a running back. And I think Philadelphia will expect them to pass most of the game. And I think the Philadelphia win a very close game. Maybe a touchdown or a field goal.
Okay, week 3. Cincinnati comes in. Rookie quarterback in Burrows is most likely playing. A.J. Green, veteran wide receiver, is probably most likely back in after his injury last year. Decent running game for Cincinnati. But being a rookie quarterback coming into the pros against a veteran defense, yeah, it's going to have some young guys, but you got some veterans on that defense yet. I can't see Cincinnati winning this one. Coming in at Philly, loud crowd. Burrows, yeah, number 1 draft pick, or number 1 draft, not draft pick, but draft in the regular NFL draft. Not quite ready yet, I don't think, for this type of defense. Eagles think is going to get a close win on this one at home.
Against Cincinnati at the Eagles Stadium. Cincinnati, they probably have one of the best wide receivers, and that's like about it for them. They have a decent defense, but with Philadelphia, they're probably one of the best teams going into this season, and they're probably going to be in the top 5 or 6 in the NFC in total. So Cincinnati, I don't think they have the firepower or defense to handle Philadelphia. So 3-1.
They got to go San Fran. So, team here in the middle of the United States flying out to the West Coast. There's always that little jet lag. San Fran, playoff caliber team. Defense is tough, guys. I just don't see the Eagles going to San Fran, pulling this one off. I think they're just too good of a defense in San Fran. Sorry, Eagles, but San Fran's tough.
At 49ers, it's going to be a very hard matchup for the Eagles. And I think 49ers are built up better, and they probably have a better offense and defense. Even if it was at Philadelphia, I think the 49ers would still win. It would be a very close game, but I don't think 49ers in total are better in almost like half the positions as Philadelphia. So I'm giving Philadelphia their first loss, even if it was at Philadelphia. I think they'd still lose this matchup.
Okay, I got them at 500 right now going into week 5. Excuse me, guys. Traveling to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's going to have Roethlisberger back. With Roethlisberger back, defenses are going to have to play back a little bit. They're going to be able to crowd the line. And O'Connor is going to have probably a better year this year. Juju Smith-Schuster is going to have some more balls thrown his way. You got that veteran quarterback in there, guys, that can make plays. Pittsburgh kind of had an off year last year because, who they had by quarterback. You got a veteran back in there, guys. That makes that team better. Going at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's going to try to rebound. I don't know how long Roethlisberger's got left, but he's going to make a run at it this year. With that defense that Pittsburgh's got, sorry, Eagles fans, but 2 in a row.
At Pittsburgh is probably 1 year away from almost an above average to elite team and a playoff team. But this year, they have about one good wide receiver in Juju, Connor, and Roethlisberger. And they have above average defense. All those Philadelphia has also. They're probably above average on both sides of the ball. At Pittsburgh, it's going to be a little harder. But if Pittsburgh had an extra wide receiver, Juju's probably going to get double teamed the whole game by Slay from the former Detroit Lion. I'm going to give this win to Philadelphia. If Pittsburgh had another good wide receiver, I think they would have got this win.
All right, week 6, Baltimore comes in your home there, Philadelphia. Here comes Baltimore. Playoff caliber, even type of Super Bowl type of caliber team here, guys. Defense, I think, got a little scarier. They really didn't lose anybody on offense. They actually gained another running back to help out the running back situation. Eagles fans, I hate to do this to you. Ran into a tough schedule right here. Playoff caliber teams. Baltimore's going to be a tough one this year, guys. Whoever goes up against them, tough team.
At Philadelphia, going against Baltimore. Baltimore's probably going to be in the top 3 in the AFC. Philadelphia's going to be in the top 5 in the NFC. But I think with Lamar Jackson as a running quarterback and a very accurate pass quarterback, Carson Wentz isn't that fast as running, and he doesn't have Nick Foles as a backup in case they want another quarterback that can run. But Baltimore, both sides of the ball. Offense, probably an elite offense. And on defense, above average. It's going to be a very tight matchup, but even though it's at Philadelphia, I have to give the win to Baltimore. So it's a loss for Philadelphia, second one of the season.
Week 7, here comes the Giants in, guys. This is a must-win. Must-win against a division rival. I don't think the Giants have quite what it has yet to compete with the Eagles. I think the Eagles got a little more of a veteran team at this point in time. A little more firepower here and there. Running back, you got a better running back, Giants. You got Barkley, top 1 or 2 running backs. Him and McCaffrey, I think, are right there, number 1 and 2 running backs in the league. But I just don't know if you have the rest of the weapons around him to beat the Eagles. The Eagles have the firepower through the air, veteran quarterback. Daniel Jones, I don't know if has enough experience yet to pull this one off. Like I said, this is a must-win for the Eagles. I think they'll get it done.
At Philadelphia versus the Giants. The Giants, on the offensive side of the ball, is probably an average team with above average or an elite running back. But Philadelphia, their defensive line is probably top 5 in the league. I think they can hold Saquon Barkley to less than 100 yards this game. Even if Saquon gets 100 yards this game, it's going to be probably still an easy win for Philadelphia. Philadelphia is just overall better on both sides of the ball. Even though they lost their safety over the offseason, they gained someone that's slightly worse than him, but still a good replacement. And they got the cornerback from Slay that would lock up their quarterback and the Giants' quarterback. So I think Philadelphia will win this one.
Okay, big division rival could be the two top in their division guys battling it out here. Dallas comes into Philly. You'd hope the Dak Prescott saga's kind of over with by now. Even if it isn't, you got Darren Dalton, veteran quarterback. You got some decent wide receivers here. Ezekiel Elliott, top 5 running back in the league. You lost, though, Dallas. You lost your sack leader to the Bears. So you lost one of your main components off of defense. Eagles, by now your rookies are coming up. You still got your veteran wide receivers, a veteran quarterback. Being at Philly is what I'm giving them the edge here. Being at Philly, coming off of a big win here. I think I come off on a high. And I said, Dallas, I think your defense took a couple hits. You lost Jason Witten on offense. I think Dallas is going to lose this one, guys.
Dallas and Philadelphia are probably the most two even teams in the NFC or in the whole NFL. They're probably the two most even teams. And it's going to be a tough matchup. The only thing deciding who's going to win is probably who the stadium's at. So at Philadelphia has a slight edge with the crowd. And they're probably, with all these wins so far and only 2 losses, will probably be very confident going in. And Dallas meeting the Philadelphia on probably midpoint of their season. I'm going to give this win to Philadelphia. They're probably going to win by field goal at most.
Hey, you got a bye week, so halfway through the season, I got you at 4-4. Yeah, 4-4. So playoffs are still within the reach. Dallas is probably right there close to you. Giants, Redskins, maybe a game or two around you yet. You're going at the Giants. You just beat them 2 weeks earlier. I mean, I think you're going to know the team a little bit. This is a must-win for you to keep up with some other teams, other divisions, to get you into playoffs. Even with Barkley and everything, I still think Eagles get another win, 2-0 against the Giants in your own division this 2020.
At Giants, Philadelphia, like you said, on the other Giants game, they're overall better on both sides of the ball. So they'll probably lock up Saquon Barkley this game, getting used to it off the bye. All their players. Well, this is a good bye week, middle of the season. The worst bye weeks are in the very early, like week 5 and below. But since it's week 9, they'll probably be rested. And coming into the Giants, they'll probably win this matchup.
Okay, guys, going for two Cleveland. Cleveland Browns is one of those. Everybody's expecting a lot out of them last year, and it didn't really happen. I don't know. You guys got Mayfield, really good wide receivers, running back wise, even defensive wise. I think Cleveland's a good overall team. You just got to come together. Saying that, will this be their year to come together? Really bond with all the weapons they have. They got one of the top defenses with who they have. But I think the Eagles are going to be really needing this game, maybe more than they will. I think they're going to be hungry going into Cleveland. I think Miles Sanders may be the one to pull this one off, guys. I think they're going to a lot of dink and dunk passes, 2 tight ends. The weapons are just more there, I think, at this point. Must win for the Eagles. I think they're going to do it.
At Cleveland overall is probably an above-average team. They can probably beat a lot, probably over half their schedule. But the only thing I have questioning is their coaching. I think they said they had like 4 coaches in the last 5 or 6 years. So if their coaches are good this year and get the correct play calls and work with the players, they'll probably win this game, but that's a maybe. And with the luck of the Browns this year, and of their whole past 5 years, they have very bad luck getting good coaches. So I think Philadelphia will win this one off Cleveland. But if they do have a good coach, they'll probably win this one. I'm still giving the win to Philadelphia.
Seattle, guys, week 12. Here comes Seattle into your home. Seattle, another playoff caliber team. Russell Wilson. I think the running back's going to be kind of by committee a little bit more. Got a couple decent good tight ends. I think wide receivers, they're set. Decent defense, not as good as the one they had, the Doomsday one a few years back. They still got decent defense. Still got Russell Wilson. I don't think the Eagles have enough yet to pull this one off. They lose a close one at home, guys.
At Philadelphia versus Seattle. Again, these are one of the best teams in the whole NFL, but Seattle with Russell Wilson, he will probably gain about over maybe 40 yards in this game against them, and he'll probably, with only one or two rushing quarterbacks that they face this season, Russell Wilson's probably the best one of the rushing quarterbacks. He's like Lamar Jackson, where he can run and pass the ball efficiently. And with Philadelphia, I think Seattle's slightly better than them. Even though it's at Philadelphia, I'm still giving the win to Seattle. Oops. Why is the win in red?
Change it up.
You gonna win or lose?
You're gonna win to Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Oh. My fault, guys. So like I said, we make bloopers. You guys didn't tell me. Come on. Oh. All right. You have to watch episode 2 to figure out why Green Bay beats them, guys. So I'm not going to repeat every game. So.
But Green Bay loses to them.
Yeah, Green Bay loses to them. So you got to watch episode 2 to figure out what happened in this game, how we predicted and why we did. So, New Orleans. Guess who went from Philly to New Orleans? Malcolm Jenkins. You don't think he's going to tell New Orleans defense what they expect out of Wentz and then the Eagles offense? I think New Orleans is too much. You got Drew Brees, Kamara. I think you got too many weapons. New Orleans got Emmanuel Sanders too, which I think, New Orleans picking up Emmanuel Sanders. So I don't want to get too much into since we're not going on New Orleans right now. We're on the Eagles. But they picked up some decent players this year with Jenkins and Sanders. Tough New Orleans team here. They're planning on going all the way. I think the Eagles don't have enough firepower to slow them down. There, right color. Sorry, guys.
Earlier in the first half of the season, I said Philadelphia's above average on both sides of the ball, and New Orleans is probably elite on both sides of the ball. They're probably better than all of the NFC teams, and I think they're probably going to be unstoppable this season. Only a few or none teams are going to beat them, and they're going to be a very hard matchup for any team to face. And with Philadelphia, New Orleans better on both sides of the ball, and with their safety they got from Eagles, he's probably going to know what Carson Wentz is going to do and where he's going to pass. So I'm going to easily give this to New Orleans with a win over 2 touchdowns or 10 to 14 points or above.
Hey guys, against Arizona here. I got a tough time with this one. Arizona picked up Hopkins, got a second-year quarterback. You still got Fitzgerald. You got some weapons around him. Arizona's got a pretty decent defense. I think Arizona and Philly are going to match up pretty good. This could be a close game. Really close game, guys. You get the veteran quarterback versus the second-year quarterback. Wide receivers, you might give a slight edge. No, it's just so tough. Like Miles Sanders could have a pretty decent game here. Dang it. It's going to be a tough one, guys. This is close. This is going to be really, really a close game. At Arizona, though, it's going to be a must-win. Dallas is doing anything. Giants doing anything. Even the Redskins. It's going to be a must-win. It's going to be a must-win for Arizona, too, guys. They're in a tough division. Oh, man. I'm giving an edge. This is a slight edge to Philly on this one. A little more veteran of a quarterback. Kyle Murray, I don't know. He does okay, but by now the rookies are seen to pro level. That could be kicking in pretty good here, guys. I'm giving Philly the win. Being very close. Calling a field goal.
At Arizona, it's going to be a very close matchup with Fitzgerald and Hopkins as wide receivers. Those two are probably going to get each probably over 30 to 40 yards. This whole, probably definitely more than those. It's going to be a very tough matchup, and I think Eagles defense, compared to the Arizona offense, some might disagree with me, but I think their offense is slightly better than the Eagles defense, but the Eagles offense is slightly better than the Arizona defense. So I think it's going to be a very close matchup at Arizona. Could go either way, but like he said, it's probably going to be in like a field goal last second. And I think I might give the win to Philadelphia.
Okay, going to Dallas. You beat Dallas at home. Now you're going to Dallas. It's hard to beat a team twice in one season, especially Dallas in their home court. This is going to be, maybe whoever wins this could be winning the division. It's going to be a very tough fought, hard battle. I think by now Dallas is going to have their quarterback controversy over with. Is Wentz going to be healthy? Ezekiel Elliott versus Miles Sanders, wide receivers here and there. Two close teams, but at home. At home, guys. Sorry, Eagles fans, I'm giving Dallas the win on this one.
And when I was saying these, I said that they're probably the most even matchup in the whole NFL. The only difference is what stadium it's at. That's why I gave them the win over here. And with at Dallas, Eagles are probably going to lose this one. I just think they're too even of a team. The only factor that's going to make them win or lose is the stadium. So I'm giving Philadelphia the loss here.
Okay, right now you got 8 wins on the season for me. You guys, Eagles got 8 wins. You going to be above a 500 team or a 500 team? I think if you're going to try to get in the playoffs, try to win the division. It's going to be close, guys. You know, against Dallas and some of these other teams in that division. Even the Giants could be there. I think this is a must-win for Philly to get into the playoffs, possibly even win the division. They're going to come in this one with everything they got, guys. It's at home. They got to do it. They got to pull this one off, and I think they will.
Last week, Washington going to Philadelphia. It's probably going to be the most easy win of the season for the Philadelphia Eagles. The only player I see that's probably above average to elite on their offense, I haven't heard of any. I haven't looked at their team that thoroughly because we haven't gone to it yet. But Adrian Peterson, their running back, is probably going to be their. He's probably going to have the most yards on their offense, if not like one receiver is going to beat him. But I'm giving Philadelphia the win for the last season game. 5.
So, I got the Eagles at 9-7. Brett's got them 11-5. A few more wins here, guys. You know, 9-7, 11-5. That could be winning their division or losing their division by a game or two. So, we'll have to watch this one, see which one's right, wrong on this one. Who knows? It could be 8-8, and we're both one off. Yeah, who knows? I said tomorrow we'll do either Dallas, Giants, or Washington. We'll do a coin flip. We ain't gonna do it on NATO, but we'll do a coin flip and see which one we want to do. So stay tuned for episode 6. Otherwise, guys, here's Philadelphia. Once we get this division done, we'll do who thinks is going to win the conference or their division, and go, like we did on episode 4 with the NFC North. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4. How we think the team's going to end the division. So stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll have the next episode, guys. Here's Philadelphia. So see you later. Hope you enjoy.